A big uproar right now over Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood performed, of course, at the Trump inauguration, and apparently she's pretty upset. According to the Daily Mail, she's having a, quote, hissy fit after her performance at the Donald Trump inauguration. She was not too pleased, in part because, well, she had no stage, she had no accompaniment, so the whole thing was a cappella, and, well, she didn't even have the support of Kamala Harris in any way, shape, or form right behind her. She said, come on, everybody, join in, sing in, you know the words. And Kamala wouldn't even murmur anything. Take a look. I want you to see Carrie Underwood. Tell me, do you think she has a right? I think she has a right, actually, to be kind of upset. Let me just point out, Lady Gaga got the full-on red carpet. And here's Carrie Underwood, no accompaniment, having to just wing it. You can see her talking to the tech guy right before. And did really well. I gotta tell you, it's a beautiful song, America the Beautiful. And wow, Kamala can't even crack a smile. Woo! Chilly. Not just outside, but inside. Clearly, Kamala Harris not a fan of Carrie Underwood's. Anyway, the problem is, the music, the backup recording didn't work. I guess she was expecting something a little bit more. It is, after all, the inauguration of the President of the United States of America. And let me just tell you, as a singer, like, I know it's hard. To sing a cappella is a whole different ballgame, right, than having the support of the orchestral accompaniment underneath you. And so she had none of that, and she didn't even really have a place to stand. It was very sort of just ad hoc. And I think that caught her off guard. Well, by the way, that's not what I think. It's actually according to sources there at the Daily Mail. They say that the source says she feels that she was not being afforded, quote, the same level of respect as the likes of Beyonce and Lady Gaga. In other words, they kind of didn't treat her the way an artist should have been treated at an event, a prestigious event like this. So I went back and I'm like, okay, what was it, I remember when Lady Gaga did that, and she like walked down the red carpet and she was escorted. Remember the whole, and she had like a bright gold microphone, the whole bit. Take a look. Yeah, getting escorted. All right. Quite an outfit. A bizarre eagle, I think, was the pin. I remember everybody was just talking about that pin, that ridiculous looking pin on Lady Gaga. So this was a performance. I mean, think about it. The cameras are on her. All the cameras are on her. She's very much coming across like the diva that she probably is, and Carrie Underwood kind of seemed like the girl next door who was caught off guard and had to sing a cappella. Here we go, full orchestral accompaniment, right, for Lady Gaga. It's a beautiful song.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare,
Weeks.
the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Take us that star-spangled banner yet wave.
Okay, not bad, right? But there was a lot of pomp and circumstance around it. So again, poor Carrie gets stuck indoors, not outdoors, because of the weather. And so much for the orchestra. There's no orchestra. The choir joined in a little bit later. The people around her, she's like, you know the words, come on. They didn't want any part of it. Kamala Harris, I mean, Dougie, could barely move his mouth. and so she naturally, I'm sure, was a little off-put. And as a performer, if you feel yourself going out of tune like that, I'm sure she was upset. So according to the article, again, this is the Daily Mail reporting, the insider said, look, she's used to playing massive venues with a stage to herself. She was not even given a stage or a platform even. She felt like she was literally just in a room with people all around her and a microphone. This threw off her acoustics. Okay, she literally was just in a room with a microphone and a room full of people all around. Of course, I get it, threw off her acoustics. And it's actually one of the first things that I said to my producer. We were messaging back and forth as this was going on. And I said to David, gosh, she sounds a little out of tune. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's look, I'm a classically trained singer, went to a conservatory, actually could read music before I could even read. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's all I knew when I was a really, really little kid. So I've been playing piano since I was 3 or 4, and I've been singing, and, maybe it's me. But David's like, no, you're right. But keep in mind, it was completely a cappella. She had no idea that she was going to be a cappella. I don't even think she had a pitch pipe or anything to really get where she was going to be. Nobody even played her a note. So she's just starting out of thin air. So I'll tell you, I feel for Carrie Underwood. And I'm going to tell you this. She's a damn good sport. She's a damn good sport because she had to do this without the fanfare that Lady Gaga, I'm sure, demanded. And you know what? She executed brilliantly. It got moved in last minute. It was cold outside. I'm sure there were security concerns as well. And I don't think they were really thinking through the optics of how it looked. They should have given her a bigger platform. They should have had the darn music working or an orchestra backup. They didn't, but Carrie rallied. And you know what? I think we got to cut her some slack. She deserves the same as Beyonce and Lady Gaga, for goodness sakes.